Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. In this game, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Detroit Pistons here in Little Caesars Arena. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Allie LaForce covering us courtside. Looking at the starting five for Boston. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Then it's Jaylen Brown. And it's Queta in at the center position. And for Detroit, Harris and Duran together in the middle. Cunningham is out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the three. Still extremely early on, Grant. But talk about when coaches can tell if they've got it or not.
Well, unless you're a defending champion, a few games won't tell you much. What coaches are looking at now is how the players gel together and if they can produce consistent results.
Now here's White. Gonzalez passes to Pritchard. Here's Gonzalez, pounded by Harris. Gonzalez misses. And Harris has got the ball here for Detroit. This game following their win against the Rockets.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one. And that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Well, if you shoot the ball at 40% or better from the three-point line, you are going to win most games no matter where you're playing.
Clock at 2. Drew the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot three at the line.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot three.
Detroit shooting their first free throws of this game.
Three shots.
That free throw is good from Thompson. Boucher's checked in for Boston. He's off on the second. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks. Well, the Detroit Pistons, looking to build on last season's breakthrough. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said Cade Cunningham's leadership makes his job easier. And all that aside, Bickerstaff said their fierce style is key, adding win or lose, we win the fight.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. And that'll be Boston's ball as it goes out of bounds. Celtics able to keep possession here. On defense, Detroit. Brown gets the bucket.
A quality three-point shooter. Brown stretches your defense, making Jaylen that much harder to guard.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, J.B. Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. We briefly talked about Jaylen Brown and what kind of defensive mindset you have to have against him. And he said, we have to be willing to work just as hard as he is. We have to fight through every single screen, talk to one another, and contest every shot we can. Sounds like it'll be an all-out effort against Brown here in this one. Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Brown's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Goes up at the elbow. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
Not an easy shot at all. Cunningham seems to have it early on in his NBA career.
Brown passes to Queta. Back to Brown. It's good. Brown's got 7.
Hasn't taken him any time to get into a groove. 3 or 4 to start things off.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Puts it up from 17. And that one's good. Cunningham.
Yeah, and I like Cunningham from the mid-range area of the floor. It's the most difficult place for a defense to run extra traffic at you.
Now here's Brown. 23 points for him last game against the Knicks in New York. Harris passes to Cunningham. Fade away, and the shot is good. Harris making the play. 6 points for Cade Cunningham.
A sharp shooter from the mid-range. Cunningham doesn't need much room to feel comfortable firing away.
Left side Pritchard. The 3 ball. And it's Harris with the rebound. The Pistons have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Robinson passes to Harris, and the three-pointer goes.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Outside White. To end the run. And he buries his first look.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Here's Cunningham. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Rockets in Houston.
So much of the offense ran through him. Looking at the assist total, we saw how unselfish he can be.
Now here's Harris. Shot clock at 5. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Robinson can't hit. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Trailing by 2. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
And I wonder if the crowd noise got in their head. It seemed like it was affecting them.
Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pritchard against Cunningham. Down low. Here's Durant. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that was special. It's easy to be excited about Durant's future in this league.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. The Celtics have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, at his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just feasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
That is aggressive work inside by Harris, a veteran forward who understands how to get to the line.
Detroit shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. The free throw drops for Harris. Tim, talk about what Tobias Harris has brought to the Detroit Pistons.
Well, Brian, he has just stabilized them on the floor. Coach Bickerstaff said it best. Harris knows what the game needs, and he has the versatility to get it done.
And Harris drops them both. Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done. That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Robinson passes to Cunningham. Robinson, a screen on Pritchard. Back to Robinson. The three is up. Can't hit that one.
Using all of that size to create leverage and rip down that board.
Brown. Duran with a rebound.
The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
To the paint. Here's Harris. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Harris has got 7 points.
Well, that's the thing about Tobias Harris. You think of him as a high-volume three-point shooter, but historically, he actually takes a lot more twos.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Changes here for the Celtics. Tillman's checked in for Queta, and Simon has subbed in for White. Celtics trail by 4. Pritchard, the pass to Simons. And here's Brown for 3. Can't get it to drop. The Pistons have got 6 of 8 shots to go. Thompson goes in. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Here's Brown. 11 points in the game. Out to Simons. Three-pointer, Pritchard. The rebound by Detroit. This is their first chance this season playing Boston. Cunningham passes to Duren. Now here's Harris. Back to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
Now here's Pritchard. 8 points in his last time out. Tillman with a screen. Brown with it. Now guarded by Harris. Pritchard from outside. Nails it. And he's 1 for 5 with that one.
Well, it wasn't a pretty start for him, but now he's got a bucket to build on.
Robinson passes to Cunningham. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Back to Simons. Pass to Tillman. Here's Pritchard. The three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. It's a completely new group for the Pistons. All right, with this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year. The Celtics, second.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Off the inbound pass. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Brown. 11 points in the game. Another three for Pritchard. Pritchard's got 9.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Here's LeVert. And he buries his first look.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense must push LeVert farther away from the basket than that.
30 seconds left to play in the first. And here's Brown for 3. The rebound by Detroit. Pritchard with a steal. Here we go, all alone. The pull-up J. Simons outside. It's Brown on the wing. Buries the corner 3. 14 points for him.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Detroit on top, leading by a point. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Pistons.
The most consistent attack on offense so far has been the mid-range jump shot. We'll see if they can keep that rolling.
And what a great job they have done sharing the ball. This is what team basketball looks like, and I love to see it.
On the court right now for the Celtics, we've got Anthony Simons, Chris Boucher out there with Xavier Tillman. Then it's Derek White, and it's Minot in at the 3 spot.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
And it's Simons penetrating. Got a hand on it. LeVert goes against White. Pass to Holland. Now LeVert. Green with a screen on White. And here's LeVert for three. Minot pulls it in. White with it. Green picks him up. He takes it in. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
Hauser, he's checked in for Boucher, and that one misses.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Sasser's got 6.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Here's Simons. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And you think of players who heat up in a hurry, you got to include Anthony Simons, Tim.
Well, Brian, he's just a bucket getter. He can pull up from any distance, and with the elevation to do a little damage inside as well.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Anthony Simons has garnered a lot of respect around the league because of his work ethic. He is always ready to show off his offensive skill that he's added.
And Detroit making a change here. Klintman's checked in. And so Simons nails both of them.
And that's why you don't want to foul a guy like him. He is going to make those free throws.
Here's LeVert. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Hauser. Off target from outside.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Take it away. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. And a two-handed jam.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Well, not all turnovers are created equal. Live ball turnovers lead to that.
LeVert outside. Three-pointer, Stewart. Minot pulls it in. Celtics trail by 3. Pass to Tillman. And here's Simons. Sasser defending. Crosses over. Jams it in off a great move.
Yeah, Simons doing a great job creating separation off the dribble.
For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. LeVert goes against White. The shot by LeVert, no good. If they score here, they're back in front.
And they've been waiting to retake this lead for a bit.
Pass to Sasser. Takes the 3. Boston pulls it in. Minot's got his 4th rebound in this one. White for 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Detroit has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. The new group getting ready for the Pistons. Duran, he's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Klintman. Robinson, he's checked in for LeVert. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Sasser. Boston also changing it up. Williams is checked in for Tillman. Brown comes in for Hauser. And Pritchard is subbed in for Simons. Out to the right wing. Here's Holland. And the layup falls. Holland's got his first basket.
Yeah, because Duran is such a big, physical, athletic guy, it's easy to overlook his incredible passing. But that's one of his core strengths.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Guys?
On the rise. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Just 5 to shoot. White with a steal. Here's Brown. And Good jam by Brown.
You can tell Brown is having fun. What a phenomenal dunk artist he is.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Robinson. Detroit moving the ball around. Cunningham, right side. 6 to shoot. Over Pritchard. Ooh, Cunningham making moves inside.
And Cade gets the basket right at the rim, using that length inside.
Outside Pritchard. White for 3. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Thompson outside. Pritchard against Cunningham. Fades. Thompson, a screen on Brown. There's Cunningham with a 3. Boston with a rebound. When this game is done, they'll be off to New Orleans as they take on the Pelicans. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. Here's Brown. Jaylen Brown gets it to fall.
You're taking over this one in effortless fashion. When Brown is cooking like this, keep working the ball to him.
Pistons trail by 5. Outside Robinson. Holland for 3. They grab their own miss.
Whoa. That is just nasty right there by Duran.
And Brown has got the ball here for the Celtics. 3-pointer Pritchard. Duran with the rebound. Duran's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Robinson. Pass to Thompson. Outside Robinson. 3-pointer, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Inside. Duran with the rebound. Duran's got his 6th rebound on the night. Thompson against Brown. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Hasar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Harris checked in for Holland. Boston also changing it up. Cadis checked in for Williams. Hauser comes in for Minot. And Anthony Simons subbed in for White. For Boston, they've gotten 7 of 12 shots to go here in the second. Here's Brown. Back to Hauser. On the wing, Simons. Hauser outside. And here's Brown for 3. Duran with the rebound. Duran's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Started out strong from three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Here's Brown. 18 points for him. On the wing, Simons. Launches it. Detroit with a rebound. Duran's got his 8th rebound here tonight. The Pistons leading. Here's Cunningham. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Well, it's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Tim, you've been vocal in your praise for Cade Cunningham, and rightfully so.
Well, B.A., on any given night, Cade can be the best player on the floor. He scores, he makes plays, he rebounds, and he processes things quickly. He always seems to be under control. Well, Cade is a former #1 pick, and the expectations were there, and it took a few years, and now he is a force to be reckoned with.
Pass to Harris. And Harris throws it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And it's the 2K leaderboard. Team leaders in blocks last season. 5th best, Boston.
And when you look at their block totals from last year, I really love how this team protected the rim.
59 seconds left in the first half of this one. Brown scanning the floor. Pass to Simons. Back to Brown. Shot clock at 6. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Connects from downtown. Brown's got 7 now in this quarter.
He's picking up right where he left off from beyond the arc this quarter.
Here's Cunningham. And it's rejected. Pass to Hauser. And here's Brown for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
Gets it off. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Detroit on top, up by 1. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The Detroit Pistons finding themselves in a closely contested game.
I like what they're doing. Playing with physicality, they've worked hard to gain the edge in areas like rebound.
Yeah, that's the difference in the game.
Okay, guys, now let's see what the fans are buzzing about over on social media. Got a question here from Jose and One Hero. Who's the #1 overall pick in the studio show draft?
It's Ernie Bartholomew Johnson. That's the franchise broadcaster right there.
Yeah, I agree. You just put some talent around Ernie and then come back later and you got a championship squad.
Well, look, guys, it takes a team effort, but thank you. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They lead by 1. Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. Duncan Robinson is out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the 5. That's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5 as we get going in the second half.
Well, that's really smart that time. Harris did not give the defense any time to adjust.
Here's Brown. Thompson pulls it in.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Here's Harris. Rebound Boston. Pass to Gonzalez. The kick out to White from outside the arc. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5. Tim, growing up in the D.C. area, at what point did you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
Well, PA, the first team I loved were the Washington Bullets in the late 70s with Elvin Hayes. They won that one championship in Washington. But Larry Bird coming into the league in 1980 really changed everything for me. That's when I truly fell in love with the sport, emulating a guy like that.
Greatest player from the DMV?
Oh, I guess I'd have to say Kevin Durant, certainly.
And Tim Legler, of course.
Even better answer.
For Detroit, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Duren finds Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Robinson. And the shot is good. Harris making the play. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Gonzalez. Back to White. For 3. And it's Harris with the rebound. The Pistons lead by 4. Jacks up a 3. Queta pulls it in. Boston's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. And Gonzalez gets it to go. Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past. Detroit moving the ball around. Robinson passes to Cunningham. Plenty of space. Boston pulls it in.
Well, I'm not sure if he was surprised to be that wide open, but something got him out of focus.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you, guys. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Back to you guys.
Allie, thanks for the report.
Yeah, this is Tobias Harris at his best. When he finds a rhythm like he has tonight, he can be really effective offensively.
Pritchard from outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Pritchard's got 12. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And the Celtics making a change here. Boucher's checked in. Detroit has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Harris outside. Here's the floater. And Boucher with the block. Here's Pritchard. The kick out to White. Back to Boucher. Pass to Queta. Three-pointer Pritchard. Rebound Detroit. Harris has got 4 rebounds now. Cunningham outside. That's tipped. Pritchard with a steal. To the inside. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Yeah, tonight has been all about Jaylen Brown, a legit star in this league.
Pistons trail by 3. Outside Robinson. Harris outside. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
It's been a rough quarter for him. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Pistons. Pass to Harris. Off the left rim and out. Boston leading by 5. Outside, Brown. Outside, Pritchard. White for 3. A 3-ball from the corner. Derek White.
He has yet to miss a single shot. What a night he's having.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Checked in for the Pistons. And since we have a moment, here are last year's most efficient scorers around the league. Jalen Duren is second.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
Pistons trail by 8. LeVert passes to Robinson. Harris outside. Pass to Robinson. Can they get it? And again, no good by Detroit.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing. What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
And here's Harris. Back to LeVert. Brown against Thompson. 5 to shoot. Harris passes to Duren. It's tipped. Pass to Boucher. Back to White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pritchard from outside. And the Celtics another 3. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
I mean, those swats. They can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
Well, one thing that has stood out to me, and it's been a major difference maker, is they're playing with great pace, getting out on the break every chance they get.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Changes here for Detroit. Stewart, he's checked in for Duren. Holland comes in for Thompson. And Sasser subbed in for Robinson. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Tillman's checked in for Queta. Minot comes in for Jalen Brown. Shireman's checked in for White. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. Here's Simons. And the shot's good. Simons got 6 points.
And Simons showing you a lot of toughness right there. He got inside, did not shy away from the contact, and was able to get it done.
And there's 1:45 left to play in the third quarter. Harris left side. It's intercepted. Here's Shireman. Banked it in off the glass. Shireman's got his first points of the game.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
Harris passes to LeVert. Harris with it. 14 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. Sasser outside. Shireman grabs the board. Celtics lead by 15. Here's Minot. And that one is stuffed right through.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Their offense is cooking right now, and that's because the execution has been there.
Stewart outside. Pass to Harris. Sasser outside. And again, the Pistons missing. Boston's gotten 12 of their points this quarter from deep, 4 of 6. And the Pistons pushing it up now. Here's Holland. The rebound, Celtics. Boucher's got his 4th rebound in this one. Simons. And fouled as he went up to dunk. Good aggressive move. He'll shoot a pair. That's on Isaiah Stewart.
Well, you certainly don't want to foul Simons in the act of shooting. You're talking about one of the best in the league at converting at the line.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Simons, Anthony, Simmons, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. The Pistons making a switch here. Cunningham's checked in. And so Simons nails both of them. 20 seconds left to play in the third. Cunningham looking around. Stewart outside. Pass to Cunningham. Will it go? No good there. Fires from way outside. And so it's Boston up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. Back to the game after this break. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so Simons will bring it up for the Celtics. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. We've got Derek White. He's out there with Anthony Simons. Xavier Tillman is out there with Sam Hauser. And it's Minot in at power forward. Pistons trail by 21. LeVert outside. And we're seeing some younger teams really on the rise here. Any particular reason, Grant?
Well, you know, it's part of the natural order of things. Certain players will dominate, and when they age, there are always those young upstarts vying to take the lead.
Hauser outside. Fires the 3. The rebound by Detroit.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Cunningham has the open look. Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
And that is why Cunningham is dangerous with the ball in his hands. He can beat you in a variety of ways.
Simon's shot is good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Cunningham against White. Pass to Stewart. Sasser outside. 5 on the clock. Here he goes. An easy 2 on the layup.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, he took that up with great confidence. Tremendous finish.
Boston leading by 19. Simons outside. Here's Minot. Back to Simons. Hauser outside. Fires for three. Hits the three-pointer. Hauser's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Here's LeVert. Sasser outside. Launches a three. And it's Tillman with a rebound. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Hauser. There's the triple. And the Celtics another three.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Stewart outside. Now here's LeVert. Back to Stewart. Oh, it's stolen. Pass to Minot. And here's Simons. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Hauser. Simons. Second chance effort. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. For Detroit, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. And here's LeVert. They set the screen. Clock at 6. Back to Stewart from the arc. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Simons' shot is good.
Digging deep, Simons to the hole himself.
Now Cunningham. One question facing the league here, Tim. How do you make the All-Star game more competitive?
Well, B.A., the tournament structure seemed to help a bit, but until just a competitive mentality around the game changes, I think the only thing you can do is maybe up the ante as far as prize money. I do think that did seem to matter for the NBA Cup.
Having done a few of those games, care factor's low. They could improve on that.
I completely agree. It seemed to matter a lot more back when I played.
That free throw good from Cunningham.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
And a new group getting ready for the Pistons. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. Thompson, he's checked in for LeVert. And it's Robinson in for Sasser. Both good from the line that time. Boston with the ball. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Driving in. Count that one. Now here's Cunningham. Pass to Robinson. Thompson outside. Screen by Robinson. Back to Harris. The three is up. 6 on the shot clock. Boston pulls it in.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
And it's Simons missing.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
And the dunk by Duren.
And if Duren decides to go up and try to dunk that, who in this league is going to get in his way?
And it's Simons with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Fires from deep. And it's Harris with the rebound. Harris has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Duren. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Well, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
Well, Tim, you talk about an NBA physique. Jalen Duren is absolutely shredded.
Yeah, and he defies gravity too, B.A. What I like is he understands his game. He doesn't get outside of himself. He focuses on running the floor and then getting eye level with the rim.
And it's Detroit with the ball. Thompson passes to Duren. Here's Robinson. This one for three. And again, the Pistons missing.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Back to Simons. The three hits the trifecta. Simons has got 19 points.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And all of that success from the three-point line will open up driving lanes. Let's see if they can take advantage of that as well.
Tries again. No good. A bit long that time. Boston has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Here's Hauser. And it's all from three-point range. Detroit has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4.
The B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. From behind the arc. Hauser, that's good.
But it's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Celtics.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jaylen Brown.
Well, what a highlight reel he put together, playing his game and contributing in a big way.
Detroit moving the ball around. For three, here's Harris. Hauser grabs the board.
Oh, he is off from deep. Maybe it's time to look for another option.
Here's Simons. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Here's Cunningham. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it.
And he knows how deadly he can be off the dribble. I like the assertiveness Cunningham showed right there.
Here's Minot. No good on the three. And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. 13 fouls. Celtic substitution. Walsh. Sugar.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Cunningham. Basket counts.
Well, that's why he's an all-star. When Cunningham gets going, there is no answer defensively.
Simons passes to Hauser. Let's go with a three. Gets the three to fall.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And now, time for our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.